I think this shit just kicked in.
Excuse me, weren't we just in the woods? What are we doing here now?
Going out in style.
The voice.
The apostle.
Now, who's this motherfucker?
It's the voice of God. Show some respect.
Oh, the voice of God. Where's the rest of them?
It's funny you should mention that. We're not sure.
What?
Come on, Apostle. Didn't it ever occur to you that this Bartleby-Loki situation was well within the sphere of his control?
Yes, but then why was she tapped?
You know those constitutionals he likes to take?
Constitutionals.
I think we're beyond euphemisms at this point. God's a skee-ball fanatic.
The Lord has quite a fancy for the game. He's been playing it for years. He assumes a human form once a month and indulges. Doesn't tell anyone where he's playing. He just goes away for a couple of hours. And from what I understand, he always gives his free points away to neighborhood children. Isn't that sweet?
But she hasn't come back from one of these day trips, is that what you're saying?
No, she hasn't. And we've been unable to locate her.
He could have been killed. I mean, human form does have that drawback.
There's a different sort of foul play afoot, children. Whomever has set the renegade angels on their path and is keeping them quite well hidden is also responsible for the Lord's whereabouts. Were he to be killed in human form, he'd have returned immediately to heaven. Someone knew enough to keep him biologically alive but incapacitate him in another fashion. And as omnipotent as we are above, I have to admit that we're more or less lost without his presence. We've had our people looking everywhere for him. And I tapped her because I thought we might be able to smoke out whoever's behind this, but whoever he is has been clever enough to send some lackeys after you as opposed to showing up themselves.
Could it be Lucifer?
Not Lucifer. If he was, he'd have made his move by now to conquer heaven. And I know he's not responsible for Bartleby and Loki because he's had just as much to lose by their return as anybody else.
So what are we gonna do now?
Well, I say we get drunk because I'm all out of ideas.
Well, why don't we just ask this guy to close the church?
I beg your pardon?
Here, it's the guy in charge of the church thing.
Cardinal Glick?
Maybe we can just ask him to shut down the church. If it's closed that day, those guys can't get blessed or whatever, right?
Good Lord. The little stoner's got a point.
Maybe we could go talk to this guy, Glick. Maybe we could talk him into canceling the rededication ceremony.
We? Are you saying you're back in, miss? I don't think I can do this anymore?
I wouldn't want to let the family down, now would I?
Well, the prophets finally live up to their titles.